marketers are starting to aggregate the data that, like, what did you fan on Facebook? There's a company in the Silicon Valley in Palo Alto called Unbound Technologies, and they actually take your brand's customer list and they look for where your registered customers are online, as well as all the social listening, like who's saying what about your brand, and they'll literally give you a rank order of who the most influential people are for your brand. And the change has come from, instead of thinking about mass reach, we're thinking about targeting a really solid set of key influencers with insider relationships where they become your brand advocates, and they're they're influencers because not only are they influential, they have a big reach of other people who are also like them, even in the market research vein where we're recruiting a person who fits a market profile to come in for a focus group and bringing 3 of their most influential friends with them into the focus group. So it's the idea that if this person likes this brand, their friends might also be some of our best prospects. So how do we use them as a conduit?
But can they influence the recession to go away? I mean, what are they doing in terms of, you know, helping people get through these tough times?
Well, the one thing about social influence marketing is that it's relatively inexpensive compared to mass media.
So
I think this is
actually
done well. High effectiveness, lower
and
cost.
you know who you're engaging with. Where you know, the reason the magazine business that I was working for went down so much was you throw $10,000 or $50,000 into a magazine ad, you have no idea who saw it, who engaged with it, who bought because of it. I mean, you do a little bit because of buying behavior, but
you don't know which half was wasted.
And actually, it's more than half, right? It's a lot more than half in terms of waste. On Facebook and on other services, we know exactly who's seeing that ad because you know on Facebook that I'm a liberal Democrat male, 44 years old, that I like skiing and photography, and I like Daft Punk. And advertisers can target all of those demographic information and know who they're putting that ad in front of.
I work with a lot of very, very small startups who don't have marketing budgets. I mean, Twitter is a perfect example where they advocated all of these passionate customers to go out and actually, you know, evangelize for them. And there's a lot of companies who are actually doing that through a lot of these social media tools that cost absolutely nothing to $9 a month. So, you know, anyone can actually get out there and participate in the conversation. And so back to Susan's point earlier, that sort of participation and engaging, it's not just about pushing your message out there, it's also about what can you offer of value to the industry that they're going to build trust around you. Because the real difference, you know, today, I think, is that you are the brand.
The reason I actually spent so much time investing in social networks wasn't to get the traffic from the social networks. I was aiming at the influencers. Because I knew, when I quit Microsoft 3 years ago, I told 15 people who were not A-listers. They didn't work for TechCrunch or they didn't work for Mashable or anything like that. And the guy who leaked my story I didn't even know who he was, right? But the story spread within three days. Wagner Edstrom, Microsoft's PR firm, said that we got 15 million media impressions of my leaving Microsoft from those 15 conversations. So I am talking to the people on Twitter not because there's a large audience, although the audience is getting pretty sizable now, but that they are the influencers who are going to take my articles or my videos or my information and spread it and talk about it on TechCrunch or talk about it on Huffington Post or talk about it on Dig or talk about it on their own blogs. That's going to get me the Google PageRank. That's going to get me found when a normal person goes to Google and types, you know, Nokia phone help or something like that.
But you have to participate. So Robert's really active, and that's how come he can get that germination.
I think you're going to hit 100K this week, by the way.